Hi everybody, it's us again, including Reginald.
Let's pretend this is a different day.
Let's pretend it is a different day. Today's video is our Q&A video, which we kindly received our questions from you over on Instagram. If you don't follow us yet, follow us here. So you guys sent in some questions for Soph just about how life as a new parent is going.
And any like pregnancy and labour questions.
Yeah, so all those questions about pregnancy, labour, having a child, and life now.
Yeah.
So we'll just dive straight in. I'm going to ask them, Soph's going to answer them.
As best I can, on 1 hour sleep.
So the first question is, was your birth natural, and was there anything you would suggest to do in preparation?
No, I didn't have a natural birth, right? Well, no, I did,
You
but...
did, but you were induced.
I was induced. It didn't happen naturally, but I didn't have a section. He came out the chute naturally.
Is there anything you would suggest to do in preparation?
Perineum massages. Massage that perineum daily because I tore. If you can't do it yourself, get your partner to do it and look up how to do it.
Yeah.
Basically, we started doing it and then we just kind of stopped.
Yeah, basically it helps to stretch your perineum, which then reduces the risk of you tearing whilst giving birth.
Yes, so I think that contributed to why I tore, because we did it but we didn't really.
Second question is, do you sleep when Reggie sleeps, i.e. in the day?
No.
So he's currently snoozing after a feed. But yeah, we occasionally, if you're really tired, you'll have a little nap in the afternoon.
Today might be a nap day.
Yeah, but it all depends really on how the previous night's gone. But generally we don't nap in the day, do we?
No, but that is because No, we don't, because normally, like, we've been quite active. We go out quite a lot. Plus there's stuff to be done. Like, you literally can't just nap when they nap. And like, I'm not a napper anyway.
No.
I can't just, if you can.
Well, yeah, I could, but I never really do.
You don't. No, you don't, but you could.
If you fed him, like now, if we weren't doing this, I'd probably go and wash up and dry up and put some washing on and hang the washing out and just get the bits done that need to be done in the day. So then the rest of the day's fine and we can just chill out.
Yeah, but...
Might be a bit more difficult when I'm back to work, but...
Yeah.
Cool.
But no, we don't nap when he naps.
No, we just power through.
I'd recommend maybe trying to nap when your baby naps.
Yeah.
And I think as well, we kind of still want to keep to normality.
Yeah, I feel like if we napped, say we both napped for like a couple of hours in the day, I feel like we'd waste the day.
Yeah.
And then you'd go to bed and be like, oh, what have I done today?
And especially because you're on like paternity leave, you don't want to waste a day just sleeping.
No. We spend it gazing into each other's eyes, don't we, darling?
No. We spend it eating.
Question 3 is, how has Soph found her breastfeeding journey so far?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's been, like, I don't want to say easier because I know some people really struggle.
I think it's helped he took to it so well.
But as soon as he came out, he latched and fed.
Yeah. I feel like if you hadn't have fed him in the hospital, it might be a different story.
Yeah, luckily he just like knew where to go and what he was doing and latched on.
Yeah.
Had a couple days where my nipples felt like needles were being shoved into them.
Not my fault.
But it's fine now, and he eats and he's packing on the weight, so it's going fine.
Yeah. Would you have had visitors in the hospital room if you were allowed to under different conditions?
Yeah.
Yeah?
By that, I assume they mean that once Reggie was born, get our parents down. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It would have been a better... I think it would have been nice to... Like, for example, the night that I gave birth, I should have stayed in overnight, but I didn't. If I knew that the next morning visitors could come and see him, I would have stayed, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you were at the point where it was like, well, I can't have anyone visiting. I'd have to leave and leave you there overnight in a room full of new mums.
Yeah.
With babies crying, so... But yeah, I think obviously under different conditions, it would have been really nice to have your family come and say hello. What's one thing you wish you were told before giving birth?
No. I didn't realise how the healing process would be after. So here's me telling you that it's not for everyone, but it's quite painful.
Yeah. So you're coming up to 2 weeks now after birth and you're just about there, aren't you?
I'm still in some like discomfort, but 2 weeks ago, if we'd have filmed me like sitting down, going to sleep, it would have been weeing.
Pain wise in the aftermath.
Yeah, I think it depends as well, like, because if you tear, it's going to feel different for everyone, but like tearing, and then I had some grazes in some interesting places. I wish someone had like, do your research on just expect to not be able to just wee straight away.
Yeah, like we did so much reading, didn't we? And I thought we were like, we knew everything there was to know.
Nowhere did it say that going to like the toilet after would be like, and like, I'm sorry, but your first poo is horrendous. It is horrendous because it's just PTSD, I think.
Next question. Your best and hardest moments so far?
What, since he's been here?
Mm-hmm.
Best. I think now that he's like looking, I think he's recognising us a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he is. Obviously, I don't know. But he seems to look at both of us and just be like... So I think the best moment is that he's obviously like understanding who we are.
Yeah.
I think he is anyway. And the hardest, it's probably been the past couple of days where you can't... You're doing like the checklist of like, right, his nappy's done, he's been fed, he's burped, like what?
Yeah, where he like cries and you actually don't have an answer for him. Other than just cuddling him, like...
And it breaks your heart, like you don't realise until like you have a child like that, breaks your heart when he's screaming and you're like, I don't know what to do to help.
Yeah. Like he screamed at you for the first time last night.
I just picked him up and he was like,
ah! He was literally fast asleep. You picked him up and he just woke up and went, ah! And you were like, whoa!
I thought I'd hurt him, but I think he just...
I didn't think he knew where he was. He was in such a deep sleep.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's alright, Jeremy.
It's fine.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? Do you think yes, the best and worst?
Yeah, the hardest thing is obviously not knowing how to comfort them.
Yeah.
And I think the best moment for me so far is still that first night when we got him back and we stayed up all night. And those first cuddles I had with him on my chest. Yeah. That was just... I've been looking forward to that for so long.
Yeah. I'd say another maybe not highlight was being weed over.
Oh yeah, he's got a strong stream.
He has. He went all over me. Changing a nappy with a boy when they can aim is interesting.
Next question, darling. Something you're grateful for about the other person.
You?
Well, I hope I'm the other person.
Letting me sleep for 2 hours in the morning. We've basically got into a routine of, like, I stay up at night, because obviously I have to feed him. And then at 6, you take him for 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours-ish?
I do wake up with you in the middle of the night, sometimes.
Sometimes.
If I can hear what's going on. But it's obviously difficult, because I actually can't soothe him without feeding him, so...
No, like last night you woke up, because I needed a wee, and he was awake, and I was like, can you hold him?
But yeah, I tend to come down between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning with him, let Soph sleep in for a bit, so...
Yeah, get a couple of hours.
Hopefully that helps.
It does. And I think that's special time for you and him as well. Like, I have me and him time all night.
It's very true.
So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, very nice. Good stuff.
Are you going to answer that?
Oh, sorry, do you want me to answer that one?
What I said about the other person?
Okay, something you're grateful for about the other person. I think just the fact that you made such an easy transition into being a fantastic mum to Reg. Because I think it was already in you, but seeing it in action is just, it reminds me of how much of a amazing person you are. So.
Well, yeah, that's a nice answer. Mine was just you let me sleep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next question.
You're hiding them from me.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see them. Was labour better than you expected or worse?
Worse.
Okay.
Full stop.
Why?
It just wasn't what I expected it to be, and it was more painful than I thought it was going to be. The experience of childbirth was better than I thought it was going to be, like, with the end goal.
Yeah.
But the actual labour was worse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the outcome was so, like, him, like, people say that when they come out and you hold them that you do forget and you're dreaming of. And you actually do. Is it better or worse for you?
It was, obviously, him arriving was amazing.
Better than you thought the feeling would be.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like
But the pain that you were in and the discomfort levels were so much worse than I was expecting. So I think the experience as a whole was a lot more than what you can ever imagine. What's something you wish you knew about labour that you didn't know until you had him?
I just think one thing I didn't know is it, like, well, I kind of did, but it's completely out of your control. Like, I had this plan, I had like a birthing sheet with all this stuff on it, and I wanted to use the hypnobirthing, and I was so prepared for that, and it's just completely out of your control. So, like, if you have a birthing plan, as much as it makes you feel prepared, just be prepared to not use it. Or not even, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it can take a left turn at any point and take you completely off track. So you just have to run with it, because you try and fight that.
I think
you're
even
gonna screw yourself over.
Like getting, like, I was doing the contractions quite well, and even to get to 7 centimeters, like that was like, well, okay, we're going this way now. Like, there's no set path.
Yeah, no.
So it's like it's just you have no control over it.
True. Next one. How long did it take your body to adjust to breastfeeding?
I like breastfed straight away, but I'd say like 3 days, or 4 days. My milk came in. I'd say like maybe a week.
Yeah. It took you a little while to get over the initial pain as well from when he was latching.
So when he'd latched, especially on this booby, for about 10 seconds there'd be like an intense freaking pain, which I can see why people are like, nope. But once you get over that, like, it's fine now. My boobs produce just enough milk for him. I'd say about a week. My body's like adjusted to breastfeeding. My nipples are like not sore.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. There's literally no feeling like feeding your child. He's not alive. If he wouldn't be alive without my boobs.
Like, you've given him life and you're keeping him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Madness. What surprised you the most and was something you weren't expecting?
I don't know.
I think maybe you said recently that you really miss your bump.
I
you
do.
miss it so much.
I do.
Which is odd to me because you have a child now, but I get it because you were making him away.
I do miss being pregnant so much. Like, honestly, if I was pregnant again in like a month, I'd be happy. We're not going to be pregnant again in a month. But it's just that, like, having a bump and, like, it was like my thing. I'm pregnant, and now it's like, I'm not pregnant, I am a mum, but...
You're a mummy.
I am a mummy and I love you. But I do miss the, like, kicks and, like... I was in the bath, wasn't I? A week ago.
Yeah.
And I had some Fanta, and normally if I drank something cold in the bath, he'd kick when I was pregnant, and I drank it, and I was like, oh my god. He's not in there.
And the last question on today's Q&A for you. I thought I'd save it till last because, how was Adam? Was he helpful? Annoying? Did I look?
In labour, you were really helpful.
Okay.
But, like, you didn't do, like, and I mean this in the best way, you didn't do a lot. No, but it was just having, like, even overnight when I was having my contractions, I hated it. But when you arrived and all you were doing is, like, turning the tendon machine on and, like, rubbing my back. It's not, you're not doing loads, but every little helps.
Yeah. Not sponsored by Asda.
Yeah, you did look, didn't you?
I did. I watched the whole birthing of him, which was utterly bizarre, but
Can you
so
remember
interesting. It? Yeah, that would never come out of my head. That's burned into my retinas.
What's the question?
So I was helpful.
Very helpful.
I wasn't annoying anyway.
No, not annoying. I thought, like, potentially, I had it in my head because we're quite annoying people, aren't we? No, we are. We are. I thought that we'd probably, like, spend the whole day just, like, taking the piss and joking around, but, like, no, we didn't, like...
We had a little fun moments, but...
Did we?
Yeah, every now and then, cracked a little joke. I remember saying to you once, like, obviously trying to comfort a woman who's in active labour, but we didn't quite realise you were in that far active labour. All I can really do is, like, rub your back, like, grip your hand and be like, just breathe,
Tens
breathe.
machine.
And at one point I said to you, just breathe, and you were like, I am breathing. I was like, wee. So,
yeah.
but I tried not to be annoying.
No, I think, like...
Good.
I think if you're going to be a birthing partner, just, like... I don't know, if you would have sat there and been like, breathe in, breathe out, I would have been like, shut the fuck up. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think you just have to be present and be there.
Yeah. And
which is the most helpful thing you can do.
I try to just be positive, really, and just be like, there were a few moments where you're like, I can't do this, and you just have to like reassure you that you can do this. You are doing it.
Yeah, you kept saying to me, "Well, you are doing it," and I kept being like, "I am." You're right.
But yeah, okay. I'm glad that was helpful.
You were very helpful.
Good stuff.
You can come again.
Thanks. So that's it. That's your Q&A done. Thank you so much to everybody who sent a question in via Instagram.
Yes.
Like I say, if you aren't following us yet, please do so here.
You can get all the cute pictures of little Reg.
Yeah, head over to Soph and Adam vlog or your page, which will probably pop in the description, to see a little man as he grows through life and all the fun and frolics that we have with him. But thank you again for joining us. Thank you for answering my questions. Well, not my questions, your questions. Give this video a like, give it our channel a little subscribe if you may, and let us know in the comment box below if you've got any more questions that you want answered. We'll happily read through them and give you a little answer. Thank you once more for joining us. We'll see you all on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.